JD Vance, I think, brings a lot of liabilities to Donald Trump. And I want to focus on a couple of the most significant. First of all, never forget that he said that he would do what Pence wouldn't do on January 6th. And he's been very explicit about what that means. He would have broken the law, broken his constitutional obligation to just certify the vote, and instead thrown it back through extrajudicial means to Congress so that the election could be stolen. He is saying, he's admitting, after all of the violence and everything, I would be on board with that. So when it comes to democracy, he is just as big, if not a bigger threat to democracy than the guy at the top of the ticket.
The video will continue in just a moment, but first I have a message for you. TYT needs your help. Membership is vital to survival, so please go to tyt.com/team and become a member today.
But I think a bigger liability for JD Vance and for Donald Trump at this election is, of course, the topic of abortion and related issues. He is about as radical as it gets, much more so on that topic than a lot of Republicans. So he has consistently voted against Democratic-led legislation to codify abortion rights at the federal level. Again, remember, they say it's just about federalism. We're not going to attack it on the federal level, but we're also not going to protect it at the federal level, to be clear. Restore the protections of Roe v. Wade, establish federal rights to access contraception, and create protections for in vitro fertilization. So as they try to say that we're not going farther than abortion, he's saying contraception, no, we're not going to guarantee that you can use birth control or condoms or anything like that. And also IVF, you know how we're saying we're not going to come for that? No, we're not going to protect that either. So let's be very clear about that. But on the topic specifically of abortion, he is way out there in comparison to other Republicans. On the campaign trail in 2021, he spoke out against abortion bans that make exceptions for rape and incest, saying, quote, "Two wrongs don't make a right. What kind of society do we want to have? A society that looks at unborn babies as inconveniences to be discarded?" Now, I'm going to give him credit for ideological consistency because I've said for a long time, the Republicans who oppose abortion on moral grounds and say that it's murder, but then say that there should be exceptions, it's just PR. They don't actually mean that, and they will take away those exceptions as soon as they can. First of all, in practice, the exceptions barely mean anything, okay? Try to use them if you're in a red state. But he is consistent, and he's saying, no, I don't care if it was rape or if it was incest, you don't have that right. And I just want to briefly say, and I apologize if what I'm about to say angers someone or if this seems like this is going too far. As the new father of a daughter, when I see a guy like JD Vance, who I've seen his campaign ads, where he's holding his little baby daughter. And it makes me think of holding my baby. They even look kind of similar. And he's holding her. And I'm thinking, as he's holding her, he's thinking, if you get raped someday and you're impregnated, too freaking bad. You're gonna give birth to that child. If you're raped by my brother, too freaking bad. You don't have rights. Now, I know in practice what you're probably thinking. This is an elite family, they're millionaires. They'll be able to get whatever reproductive care they want. And you're 100% right. But on the principle, that is how he looks at women. They should not have any control, even in these most extreme circumstances. He's not gonna shy away from the rape stuff or the incest stuff or anything like that. These exceptions, no, you can't have them. And so for Donald Trump to choose this guy when he already has obviously the death of Roe v. Wade hanging around his neck as an albatross, and he knows it's gonna be a big topic. He knows that Republicans lose over and over and over on this topic, particularly when it's clear to the voters how extreme they are. He decided to hitch his wagon to someone even more extreme than him. And that seems like an interesting choice to me.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.